What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another solo leveling Arise video. Alright guys, if you have been playing since this dropped and you're a pay to win player, you're going to run through Baran quicker than I run through Zaf's mom. It's going to be so fast and easy. You're not even going to think about it, alright? This is a joke for pay to win players, especially ones who are at the 700 and above. Now, the free to play players, a little bit different, right? It runs a little bit differently. It is going to give you more challenge, and it's going to give you a little bit more of a task to get through this. And that is getting your hunters up. Now, majority of these fights, hunter fights, are probably the more tough fights, which is a little bit different. I guess floor 25 technically on the original one was harder than any other floor. I believe that the Kaiselian fight for most of the free-to-play players might be where your roadblock hit. So let me show you guys where I'm at in terms of my progression and what I'm currently facing at the moment. Okay, so I can tell you right now, in terms of these two fights, they were a joke. All right, this one here was easy. I used Gunhee as my breaker, I used Cha as my DPS, and I used Charlotte as my other DPS. So those are my three units right there to get this one done. Charlotte is, so let me answer one question a lot of people are asking: is Harper Charlotte required now that this content is out? The answer is absolutely not. Do they make it easier? For sure. They do. Charlotte makes it easier because, number one, her dash, which is the key element to a lot of these fights, can absorb a lot of the mechanics and get them out of the way with ease. All right. So plus, not to mention, she has a shield and she can protect herself. Harper is just a better breaker, of course, being a almighty breaker with a second ability, plus the fact that it's dark element weakness, she makes it easier. So both of them definitely make this fight a lot easier, but you don't require them. I don't possess Harper. I was able to finish this fight. So Gunhee's great at breaking still. The problem is with Cha, there's no elemental advantage. She's just a powerhouse right now, right? Even though Gunhee does lower light elemental damage, you're not doing any more damage just because there's no light element advantage here in the first place, so the light element doesn't get affected. So I was able to do this. I was able to do Easel no problem with the Moonshadow Daggers plus the Plum Sword without any blessings. This is where blessings need to start coming into play for free-to-play players, okay? It gets a little tougher. So I decided to go ahead and get these blessings and these blessings out of the way. One thing to note is this right here. This floor is very hard to complete with full blessings. So these are the following blessings I currently have. Increases critical hit damage by 18%, increases attack by 4%, increases the monster's damage taken by 5.3%, increases critical hit damage by 18%, and decreases the monster's defense by 3.6%. You guys can see here, I am in fact missing one blessing, and this stage here was very difficult to get through, even with my hunters. They're just very tanky mobs. Now, I also kind of messed up and died. My fault. Meiray's a damn glass cannon, right? So I'm going to show you guys my setup here. I'm at 609 versus 700k. Keep in mind, now that we have cores active, you can always come back here and farm these cores later. These are the three cores that I have equipped. You guys can see 9%, 16%. I could also give her a core just to give additional things. So let's say, I don't know, might want to give her the MP reduction, right? Or take Chaz and give her the additional HP. So any of these could work just to boost my power a little bit. So let's just do this for now. There we go. Boost a little bit of power. And now we're sitting at 613 versus was 609, right? And now she has a little bit more power. And the same thing can happen here. You guys can always borrow cores for the purpose, specifically for the purpose of getting yourself a little bit more power for the team that you plan to use, and then switch them back after the fact. All right, so now you guys can see we went from 613 to 616. So this is something I do recommend you guys do. Try to get that under your belt. It'll make life a lot easier. I'm gonna put Big Rock in here and use these guys as well, and we're gonna try this fight out. Now I've gotten him close to 15% with Cha instead of Meiray. We're gonna see if Meiray can make a difference here. I did swap their gears a little bit. Before, my Meiray did not have expert. Now she does. So I'm gonna show you guys how this works, and we're gonna try the fight out together and see if this is a roadblock for me and I have to go back to the drawing board, or just get powered up a little bit, or if I can actually get this done with the current blessings. All right, so let's go ahead. There we go. We're gonna dodge. Now here's the beauty: dash with her right to where this guy's gonna land, right? Because when you do that, you're right in it, and you can instantly cast your ultimate as soon as you hit the third hit, right? You guys can see I kind of messed up there. So normally you want to get that third hit in, cast this right away, and then here what you want to do is you want to do this little dash move. Let that actually go all the way through. You can see she's still doing damage as Gunhee's doing the breaks. Very important, guys, to do that. All right, it's going to help you overall just do more damage and continuously make that happen, because that second skill is actually pretty nifty and strong. Now, another couple things to note here: I don't have full maxed out skills for any of these characters, except for probably Gunhee. So just remember that. Now, the beauty of Gunhee here as a breaker, even though he's not as strong, doesn't have the right element, is the fact that he just takes every piece of hit and just keeps coming back for more. He doesn't get hurt. He's like literally invulnerable to everything. So here we're gonna go with meiray, gonna do a little bit of damage, go right into our ult. Let's see how this goes. Now, like I said, with Cha, I was able to get this to 15%, and I'm not enough time to finish it. I'm hoping with this fight, I'll be able to do a little bit more than that, okay? Let's let him do the cast here. Now, with meiray, you don't want to do too much MP reduction, because then you're kind of screwing yourself. So bring her in now. Just gonna do this little dash. Remember, dash. Use the dash. Like, actually go into the unit, or into the boss, and make sure that you are attacking. We're gonna do this. Again, see that skill, just running in, always cast that before you leave. It's just an extra like damage for you to take, or for the opponent to take. Now, if you're in low HP, this part is kind of cool because when he goes into the next phase where the ball comes into play in 70%, he allows you to absorb all the balls, and then you can actually regain all your HP pretty quickly doing that. So not a bad phase to take advantage of. Also, though, he can also get the balls too and recover his own health as well. So keep that in mind when you are. We're gonna get into it right now. Watch. He's gonna go into it shortly. We're gonna do this. Actually, we kind of pushed him a little further, which is nice. There we go. We're gonna do this, and you're gonna bring Charlotte into this phase. This is where Charlotte shines. Okay, so watch. She's gonna go in the middle. At 204, not enough time. Definitely not enough time. We're not doing that well right now. So you're gonna see the ball start floating around. This is where she shines. Like I said, you just keep using this little dash move, and get them before they get to Kaiselion right there. Right? I think you got one out of all two of them. Okay, so we got two. Not that bad. I usually go down to not him getting none of them at all, but it's okay. We have to deal with this. Yeah, I think this is not gonna be enough DPS. With Cha, like I said, I normally that ball phase probably starts a little earlier, roughly about 2 minutes and 30 seconds. In this phase, we started a little later, so it looks like my meiray is just not there yet for DPS, unfortunately. Let's see here. Now, having a multi-elemental team makes it a little more challenging as well. Keep in mind that these guys don't necessarily complement each other that well. Like Hansi Mi, for example, would help meiray a lot more to the MP regen and stuff. But we're using what we have, and we're doing the best with what we have right now, right? So keep that in mind. 2, 3, there it is. Going in. And this is also where Harper would come into play with the elemental advantage versus Gun-He, right? So again, I don't have Harper, never summoned for Harper, wasn't planning to summon for Harper. Still okay with not going for that. So either way, I'm happy with what I did. Gun-He's just overall better. So I'll suffer the consequences for this for a little while till I can, boost up my damage more. But you guys can see here, we definitely don't have enough time. So yeah, Cha definitely did better than meiray's doing. Even with the elemental advantage, Cha was doing way better. I was able to get him to 15%. I don't think I'm going to get anywhere near 15% here. Okay, bombardment phase. This is where, again, she comes into play. Yeah, look at that. We got like 30% left. Okay. Yo. You guys can see here, it is definitely not enough at the moment. 35%. Not enough, guys. So, there's my roadblock currently in normal mode, okay? I don't have enough DPS to get this done. I'm hoping to push this further and get it complete. I might have to go back to the drawing board with Cha and put Cha in instead, because right now Cha is currently using this gear here, but I did swap out meiray stuff in for hers. Now my Cha is A5, obviously is a little bit different, but I think she can also push close to about 20k attacks. So let me just show you guys real quick. If I put Cha in and we have her attack instead, it looks a little bit different. So let me just see who I think I had this on there. The attack was 4%. Definitely boost that. And this critical, I think this critical hit boots was this one that I had. So if you look here, almost 20k. I think I might be missing another piece here that I had originally. Let me go back and take a look. I'm pretty sure I put meiray stuff on her, so some of the gear that I have is definitely, like this for sure was swapped. And then I think this here might have a different, is there another light one? No, wind, water. No, so no light there. This is fine. I think this one here was also swapped out. There we go. Was this one or was it this one? Let's take a look here, guys. Attack, crit hit damage. Okay, I think it was this one. And then this here, I think, was also swapped out. Yeah, this definitely has MP, so that was swapped out for this one. Right? So we can probably swap these two out as well and see the difference. So now if I look, yeah, 20k. So there you guys go. That's the unit I was using before to make stuff happen a lot better with the current setup that I have. So let me know where you guys are at. I'm gonna try with Cha and I'm gonna see if I can get it done. If I do somehow complete it, I will let you guys know and put another video out. But I did want to share my progression, and so you guys aren't too discouraged about not being able to finish it yet. Just know it's meant to be difficult for free-to-play players. It's not necessarily a one-shot, attempt and you're gonna get it done. Also, another great way to do this is spend your keys if you have the ability to. Get some extra cores from Vulcan, for example, and just focus on getting your cores leveled up first, and then go back to normal mode and try to beat that with the higher CP or combat power. Okay, so that's another way to approach it. So I might try that. If I can't get this done today, I may actually swap out and try that out and see how that works for me instead. But let me show you guys real quick before we go into this fight. And I'll show you guys a little bit about how this works. Okay, so we'll put Icarus in here. So you can see 627, still not above the required combat power. So we'll see. I'll show you guys real quick though this fight with Cha and the difference in damage between the two of them. Okay, so that's meiray and Cha. So for some reason my Cha does do more damage, but obviously being an A5 versus an A3, that's probably the reason behind that. Right, again, you're gonna fly right to him. Some of your shadows. See how I did it faster this time? This is what you want to do. Cast your second skill, let her kind of charge. Again, with Gun-He, just take the hits, man. You don't even have to worry about it. Just take the hits like a G. Like old man Gun-He, man. Look at this. Man does not give a shit. Look at this. Swinging swords? Yeah, no worries, bro. I got Fist of Steel. Just busting them up. Here we go. You want to get this break in. And again, I don't know if this extra light damage actually works or not. You guys can see light down, but I'm not doing any elemental damage, so I don't think any of this matters. Really, the elemental damage aspect is completely gone for these two. So that's, I think, irrelevant, to be quite honest with you. So I don't think I'm actually doing anything there when I do that. So Gun-He for the A5 weapon is not actually useful here. Why didn't I get my ult there? That was weird. Did I not 20 seconds? Oh, there we go. That was weird. Normally I would have that. We're going to do this, bring him in. I usually like to get the core attack off as well too, because I think it does help. And then here we go. We're not going to even come in with the usual QTE here. You want to just get as many stacks as you can quickly. And then there you need to crit. It's so important, guys. If you don't crit there, oof, it's brutal. So make sure you try your best to get that crit off. Baran's sword attack there is so frustratingly annoying. Okay, there we go. This should push to 70%. And he's gone. See 226? See what I mean? It's a pretty big difference. That was like a 26 second difference between the two of them. Here you don't want to have any of these be absorbed, obviously. There we go. All gone. Cast this now. Get your dark attack up. Get your ult ready. There it is. Get your core attack in, and then cast your second spell and get the heck out of dodge. Avoid these electric attacks. They're very, very important to not get hit by. Now again, you guys saw that I did not, in fact, get any of my crits in, unfortunately, which sucked. With Cha's ult, that's a big DPS loss, by the way. So that crit has to happen, or else it's pretty much game over in my opinion. Okay, here we go. We're gonna get this in. Now, branded is important before the crit, obviously, to give you that extra little bonus. So make sure you do cast it. And then here, let's see if we get the crit this time. Branded does help because that adds a lot more crit to it. There it is. Look at that damage difference, man. Huge, huge damage difference. Okay, so there I should have dashed with the other move. That one. There it is. Always try to dash with that move. Like, hold it down. A lot of people keep asking how to do it. Just hold it down. That's all it is. Oh, I didn't get the second skill off. I was scared I was going to get hit. But you guys can see, look, a minute left versus before it was like 30 seconds left, right? Very, very big difference. Again, hold it down. Let him do his aerial move. Hold it down. He's going to come down here. He's going to do an alt. Or his little, there it is, right there. Avoid that. Try to get that extra damage in. There we go. $30 seconds left. Not enough time to finish this for sure. So I have to go back to the drawing board a little bit. I think my blessings can be upped a little bit more, and that will definitely help finish this easier. That is a big part of the problem. It's not having the proper blessings in place right now. But again, you guys can see the difference between the two fights, right? Meiray versus my Meiray versus my Cha is pretty big difference. Again, I should have branded there. It was my fault. Oh, I just died. Oh, that was my bad. I shouldn't have died there. What did I again? Yeah, so I messed up a couple times there. So there you guys go. Both attempts, blessings. Go back and get my blessings. That's going to be the goal. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Don't be discouraged. Definitely doable, is free to play. Just needs a little bit more tweaking. I think a little bit better blessings. And we're on a roll to get this done. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.